Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, wildfire evacuations, flash flooding, and excessive heat. At least 19 states on alert for scorching temperatures, feeling like triple digits in some areas. Ginger's tracking where we could see the hottest weather in 30 years. Plus the fire danger in the West as Texas faces a tropical threat.
Cutting corners, Boeing under fire again. A new whistleblower coming forward overnight as the CEO is set to be grilled on Capitol Hill.
President Biden set to announce new action on immigration, protecting some undocumented immigrants from being deported, while making it easier for some to get work.
Break-in. More than a dozen thieves smashing their way into a jewelry store as employees run for cover.
Off his game. After losing by one stroke at the U.S. Open, what Rory McIlroy is saying about walking away from the green.
Lego black market. Authorities busting a major crime ring suspected of stealing and reselling Legos, recovering more than $200,000 worth of the toy blocks. How law enforcement is fighting back.
Overnight, Celine Dion on stage.
This is by far the biggest crowd I've had in a few years. Missed that.
Overcome with emotion at the New York premiere of her new documentary and the standing ovation.
And we are diving in to a GMA adventure.
Bon dia, America! Good morning, America!
That's right, we're taking you to the vibrant cities, stunning beaches, and inside the hidden crown jewel, one of its many natural wonders. You'll have to see me on the water to believe it.
And the Celtics can't believe it.
The Celtics are NBA champions.
Boston winning their 18th championship, an NBA record.
We did it! Oh my God, we did it!
Sending fans dancing in the streets. Now, is this duo just getting started?
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, America, and good morning to the Boston Celtics,
Yes.
NBA world champions. You know, Robin's 3,400 miles away, but I bet she remembers our NBA Finals bet. Hey, good morning, Robin.
I'm dancing on the beach. Yes, I do remember that. You better deliver, my friend.
I got you.
Good morning from Portugal, or should we say, bon dia. You know, so many Americans are flocking here, both to vacation and to live. It's easy to see why. It is gorgeous. We're here on the Bengali beach, home to one of the country's most visited natural wonders. It's a breathtaking sea cave that's right there over my shoulder. And you know what? Since you've been so nice, I'm going to take you inside with us. That's coming up here on GMA. But Michael, I'm so glad you reminded me of our update. I had totally forgotten about that.
I wanted to make your trip even better.
Yeah.
Couldn't forget. And we cannot wait to hear more and see you in a little bit, Robin. But we're going to begin with the dangerous heat wave that's here at home. Ginger's tracking that and more. Good morning, Ginger.
Yeah, the weather just about as hot as that bet that you had going. That's for sure. Can't wait to hear more about it. But let's talk about the extreme risk for heat. The National Weather Service puts this out. It's focused on Chicago to Toledo today, Cedar Rapids too. Then it starts to move east tomorrow, Detroit, over to Pittsburgh, and eventually into New England. And that's where we're going to see some of those numbers hottest in a decade. And that was the last time Portland, Maine did this. It was July. So this is early and it's lasting a long time. This morning, more than 90 million Americans under heat alerts.
It is almost unbearable.
Parts of the Great Lakes and Northeast could have their hottest stretch in 30 years. In Cincinnati, the heat index already soaring to 104 degrees. New York's governor activating the National Guard. Some schools dismissing early.
When you have this hot, humid weather, slight exertions make it really difficult on these kids, and they're little.
New York City opening 500 cooling centers.
If this is an indication, we're just starting out the summer months. We could only expect even more as the summer continues to move forward.
Storms knocking out power for thousands just as Pittsburgh starts what could be their hottest 5-day stretch on record. In Beltsville, Maryland, people sweltering inside their condos. The AC not working.
We need air.
And in California, People in Santa Clarita told to stay indoors. The air is just too smoky. This fire in Sonoma County prompting hundreds of people to evacuate. At least 2 homes burned. And in New Mexico, more than 7,000 people told to evacuate because of this fire near Ruidoso. The dome of high pressure that's really sitting over us, it kind of causes what we call subsidence, sinking air. It's not going anywhere, at least for the next 5 to 7 days. We'll show you that in a bit. But first, heat advisories in place. Records that could fall today are circled. We're going to see lots of records, like dozens of them in the coming days. And that heat dome then slides a little back farther east. So areas like Tennessee, Nashville, for example, by the weekend we'll be seeing records, as will Raleigh. But until we get there, Pittsburgh again, potentially in that 5-day hottest stretch on record, like ever, of 5 days. And then you look at how much warmer the next 6 to 10 days. So this is next week. We're going to stick with the above average stuff here in Mid-Atlantic. We could also see flash drought develop. So we're going to be watching for that.
Okay, still a ways to go. All right, Ginger, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Turning now to Boeing in the hot seat. A new whistleblower coming forward this morning with the company's outgoing CEO set to testify this afternoon. Lawmakers are investigating a series of mishaps involving Boeing planes and growing questions about quality control. Our transportation correspondent, Gio Benitez, is right there on Capitol Hill with the latest. Gio, good morning.
Hey, Wick, good morning. Yeah, just hours before Boeing CEO testifies right here on the Hill, we've now learned there is a new whistleblower. We just learned this overnight. Here's what we know so far right now. He is a current employee at Boeing. He's named Sam Mohawk. He alleges that Boeing is cutting corners by losing track of parts that have been labeled as non-conforming or not up to design standards. Now, while some of these parts can be fixed, most, he says, should be thrown away. Instead, he says they sometimes end up in newly built airplanes. He believes this could lead to a catastrophic event. He also alleges that he was ordered to hide those non-conforming parts ahead of an FAA inspection. Of course, it was this January when that door plug flew off the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX while the plane was 16,000 feet in the air. And ABC News has learned that Boeing CEO Dave Calhoun will once again apologize and take full responsibility. This will be his first public hearing for this embattled CEO. Now, he will also address the deadly MAX crashes in 2018 and 2019. You remember those, so awful. Family members of some of the victims are expected to be here. We're told Calhoun will directly address them and apologize on behalf of Boeing. The DOJ is exploring holding Boeing criminally responsible for its actions over those crashes. Meanwhile, we just received a statement from Boeing on that new whistleblower, and it says this: we received this document late Monday evening and are reviewing the claims, and that Boeing encourages employees to come forward. But Rebecca, without a doubt, he will take some tough questions right here on the Hill.
And those are some shocking allegations. Okay, Gio, thank you. We turn now to breaking news overnight. President Biden is set to announce new policies on immigration that would make it easier for hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrants to live and work in the U.S. Our senior White House correspondent, Selina Wang, has the details. Good morning, Selina.
Hey, good morning, Rebecca. The president is announcing 2 major new immigration policies. The first executive action, it could protect up to 500,000 undocumented immigrants from being deported. Now, these are people who are married to U.S. citizens. They've been in this country for at least 10 years. And under this new policy, they can apply to legally live and work in this country without having to leave the U.S. first and risk separation from their families for years. This would also protect their children. And the president says this policy, it's really about keeping families together. These are people who've been in this country for decades, but they still live in fear for their future. Now, the second executive action from the president coming today, this is on Dreamers. These are undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children, and they're now adults. This new policy makes it easier for them to get work visas if they have a college degree and a high-skilled job offer. Now, immigration, it is a top issue for voters this election. Donald Trump has been slamming President Biden, blaming him for the border crisis, often using violent and derogatory language to describe immigrants. With the election looming, the president here, he is trying to show that he is tough on the border. Just weeks ago, he announced those tough asylum restrictions. But with this announcement today, he's also trying to show compassion. And this new move, Michael, it could also boost his standing with those progressive Democrats who were outraged over those recent asylum restrictions. Michael.
All right, Selina, thank you so much for that. And we're going to turn now to Russian President Vladimir Putin making a rare visit to North Korea for a high-stakes meeting with Kim Jong Un. Our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, is tracking the latest from Washington. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, Michael. Rare indeed. It has been nearly a quarter of a century since Vladimir Putin visited North Korea, 24 years. The two men did meet in Russia last year, but this is the first time ever that Putin has visited North Korea since Kim Jong Un became leader. And Kim is welcoming Putin with pomp and praise, its streets decorated with welcome posters. But this is a friendship of need. Kim supported Russia's invasion of Ukraine and has supplied Putin with much-needed conventional weapons, and Putin needs more. As for Kim, he wants help from Russia with his own ballistic missile and nuclear programs, and Putin sounds happy to help. Both men blasting so-called Western ambitions to hinder the relationship. The White House says it's not concerned about the visit, but is concerned about the deepening relationship between the two countries. Whit?
All right, Martha Raddatz for us. Thank you. Now to the latest on the Israel-Hamas war. Overnight protesters clashing with police right outside the Israeli Prime Minister's residence. Soufi Burridge is there on the scene with the latest. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. Yeah, Netanyahu's official residence just over there. You can see the barricades here. We were right here late last night, protesters clashing with police using water cannon to try and disperse the crowd. Those protesters calling for elections. They want Netanyahu to make a hostage deal with Hamas and end the war. In Gaza, the IDF saying it's pausing military activity along a key highway for aid trucks. Israel pressing on with its offensive in Rafah, but the IDF saying that operation could be over in weeks. Relatives mourning victims in that city. A local hospital saying 8 people killed in an Israeli strike Monday as President Biden's envoy arrives in Beirut amid concerns attacks between Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah could be on the brink of a wider war. And guys, another protest here in Jerusalem expected tonight. Rebecca?
Tom, thank you. We turn now to the growing concerns over the bird flu. The virus has health officials keeping close watch on how rapidly it's spreading and if there's a growing risk to humans. Trevor Alt is here with those details. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Rebecca. We know there's been a lot of discussion about the theoretical risk of a human outbreak of bird flu, including from a former CDC director. Right now, the CDC says the risk to the public is low. So here's everything that we know right now. The most immediate threat from bird flu, naturally, is to birds. Nearly 100 million poultry have been affected across the country, but this is also impacting cows. There's been 101 dairy herds affected in 12 different states, with Michigan, Minnesota, and Iowa as the hotspots right now. But there's also some concerns that the number of cattle impacted could be far higher. The Department of Agriculture is reporting that 0 farms have enrolled in voluntary on-site milk testing. What does this mean for people, though? Well, so far this year, some Americans have been infected with bird flu. You can count them, though, on one hand, the number of positive cases. 3 farm workers who likely got it from cattle that they worked with. All of them had mild symptoms and recovered, and it didn't appear that any of them spread this virus to other people. That's one reason why the CDC says the current risk to the public is low. And at this time, there is no evidence that bird flu is spreading from person to person. But as we know, viruses mutate and evolve, and that is why experts stress we need to keep a close eye on this. Guys?
Yes, we definitely do. Thank you so much for that, Trevor. And now to Maryland, where the governor signed an executive order Monday forgiving 175,000 low-level marijuana convictions. Our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, is in Washington with more. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. Today, Maryland's governor says he's trying to make the justice system more just by pardoning people who have misdemeanor marijuana convictions. This morning, tens of thousands of Marylanders who were arrested for having small amounts of marijuana may find it easier to get work and housing.
We cannot celebrate the benefits of legalization if we do not address the consequences of criminalization.
With recreational use of marijuana now legal in Maryland since 2023, Maryland's governor taking the sweeping step of vacating low-level marijuana convictions for an estimated 100,000 people.
Why incarcerate or hold someone permanently responsible for something that today is now considered legal?
For more than 40,000 Marylanders, their records will be automatically expunged or erased if they were convicted solely of misdemeanor marijuana possession. The real impact, officials say, is that the records of those pardoned will not be in the state's criminal background check system when they seek employment or housing.
I was shocked that it affected me from getting a job.
A small marijuana charge cost Shiloh Jordan his first job. Maryland's governor says he's righting old wrongs, as some studies suggest that African Americans were arrested for low-level marijuana charges at roughly 4 times the rate of their white counterparts, even though white Americans used marijuana at the same levels. Maryland joins at least 9 other states and cities in pardoning low-level marijuana users. More signs that marijuana use is now being decriminalized. Michael?
All right, Pierre, thank you for that story. And we're going to turn now to the Boston Celtics, NBA champions once again, beating the Dallas Mavericks to win a record 18th title. Will Reeve is there and joined us from Boston this morning. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Michael. The confetti has settled and the curtain has fallen on another NBA season. And the next time the Boston Celtics play here, they'll be raising banner number 18.
Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured.
This morning, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions.
We did it! Oh my God, we did it!
In front of a delirious home crowd, Boston dominating the Dallas Mavericks 106-88 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, winning a record 18th NBA title. After the confetti fell, the Boston faithful pouring into the streets, celebrating deep into the night.
Jaylen
Brown, the Finals MVP, the award named after Celtics legend Bill Russell.
It still doesn't even feel real. I'm just in awe right now. My teammates were great. It was a great win, and how awesome is it to be in Boston and to be celebrated on the home floor. So it's amazing.
This is insane. This is pure chaos. This is what you would imagine winning in Boston would be like.
Teammates for 7 seasons, Brown and Jason Tatum played the most playoff games as a duo ever before hoisting the trophy. They hope they're just getting started.
This was an amazing night, is an amazing night. Still got more to do. I just keep saying we did it.
What more do you have to do tonight other than celebrate?
I know, celebrate, take pictures, have fun with my family, all of that.
Tatum doused in champagne, still carrying the Larry O'Brien trophy, saying the journey to his first title was long, but worth it.
I did all the individual things, all the awards and points and all those things, and they said I couldn't win a championship. And I did. So what are they going to say now?
So this year's Celtics will go down as one of the best teams in NBA history. They were 80-21 regular season and playoffs combined. They end the season as they were all year, the best, guys.
It's good to be the best.
Right? Good to be the best. And, you know, Jason Tatum just won the championship. He's already thinking, what are you going to say now? It's like the competitive spirit. And it's good to see those guys. They were so serious, all these interviews that Will has done, you know, during this whole playoffs. Then to see them actually celebrate and let go and be excited about it.
They looked like they couldn't miss last night. They were just feeling that confidence, looking great.
Yeah, and Dallas Mavericks, great season by them as well. So great playoffs. And congratulations to the Boston Celtics.